Hello, we have to talk again with environmental microbiology and public health. Here we are talking again epidemiology, and we are talking about an overview of the epidemiology, broad types of epidemiology. Okay, number one is descriptive epidemiology, that is called EPI, descriptive epidemiology, examining the distribution of disease in a population. This is called descriptive epidemiology and observing the basic features of its distribution in terms of time, place, and people. We try to formulate hypotheses, look into association. So this is called descriptive epidemiology. Examining the distribution of disease in a population and observing the basic features of its distribution in terms of time, place, and people, we try to formulate hypotheses, look into associations. So this is called a descriptive epidemiology. Typical study design, community health survey, synonyms cross-sectional study or descriptive study, and another is analytical epidemiology. In analytical epidemiology, in which we are basically analyzing the epidemiology, testing a specific hypothesis about the relationship of a disease to a specific cause, to a specific factor. By conducting an epidemiologic study that relates the exposure of interest to the outcome of interest, cause effect relationship, typical study design, short case controls, experimental design. We are doing these things. Testing a specific hypothesis about the relationship of a disease to a specific cause by conducting an epidemiologic study that relates the exposure of interest to the outcome of interest cause effect relationship. Typical study design, short cases, control experimental designs, etc. Descriptive epidemiology is necessary incidents of the analytical epidemiology. To undertake an analytical epidemiology study, you must first know where to look, know what to control for, be able to formulate test hypothesis compatible with a prior lab field evidence. So this is the basic pride of the descriptive epidemiology. The three essential characteristics of disease we look for in descriptive epidemiology. Number one, person, in which type of people this disease is occurring and in which place, and in which season, because these three things are correlated in epidemiology. People, which type of people are affected due to this disease, in which place, and in which time, because in a specific time, in a specific place, there is a unique environment which can support unique type of microbial population or causative agents which can affect a unique type of people. So these all three things have correlation. Therefore, these are the basic three components of the epidemiology. Personal characteristic whom? Okay, what is the age of that individual who is suffering in this disease? We must have to age limitation, age boundaries. Either that is in 1 to 5 year, 5 to 10 year, or 10 to 20 year, or 20 to 25. We can make it class boundaries. Gender, in which type of population? Either it is in male, it is in female. Which type of population is, which type of gender is suffering from this disease? And what is the socio-economic status of that population in that region, in that time? What is their occupation? What is their education? What is their income? So these are called socio-economic status of that population. What is the material status? Ethnicity, race, and genetic profile also can be included in it. What is the behavior and what is the habitat of that population, in which type of condition those people are living? So these are playing a vital role in dissemination of that particular disease, which can lead, which can cause epidemics later. Place, geographically restricted or widespread outbreaks, epidemics, pandemics, offshore tsunami. So where this problem is occurring, where, in which geographical region? So climate of that particular environment, that place is what? What is temperature? What is humidity? What is combined effect on growth of that particular causative agent, on spreadness of that causative agent, on survival of that causative agent? So environmental factors are playing a vital and a key role in dissemination of the causative agents from one person to and another person, that leads to the epidemic and gradually pandemics. Urban, suburban, squatter or rural areas, relation to environmental exposures. What is the relationship of that causative agent to that environment, to that humidity, to that air speed, to that temperature? Maybe these are supportive and favorable for that particular microorganism. Therefore, this causative agent is spreading uh, in a such speed. Water, food supply, etc. These also factors can be, and multiple cluster are one. So in which type of place is suitable for that pandemic, for spread of that causative agent? So all these things are can be included in pandemic study, epidemic study. Time one, changing or stable. With passage of time, suppose it is occurring in one season, in every season it is throughout the year, or for a short season it is over there. So mostly epidemics are for a short duration, uh, or these are not stable throughout the year. Clustered epidemics are evenly distributed endemics. Time trends, point source, propagated, seasonal, secular, and combinations. So time trends, what is it? It starts from one point, or it starts from multiple points. How it propagates? Either it is propagation, it starts from one place and gradually spreads it is surrounding, or there are multiple points are clustered from where this causative agent starts, it is emission or generation and propagation and it spreads throughout community. So we must have to see all these things. What design do epidemiologists use? So epidemiologists mostly use to study the epidemiology qualitative designs, quantitative designs, observational, experimental, and building evidences. These type of parameters, these type of designs are used by epidemiologists to study the epidemiology. What measures do epidemiologists use? Epidemiologists are measuring the frequency measures. What is the frequency of that epidemics? What is the effect of that measures? Impact fractions also checked by epidemiologists. Among unique skills of epidemiologists, these should be like this: measuring disease frequency in population. Measuring disease frequency in population. These three skills are very important, must be in an epidemiologist. Should measure the frequency of disease in a population. Measuring disease frequency has several components. Number one, classifying and categorizing disease. Okay. Number, deciding what constitutes a case of disease in a study. Deciding what constitutes a case of disease in a study. Finding a source for ascertaining the case. Defining the population at risk of disease. Define the period of time of risk of disease. Obtaining permission to study people. Without permission of the people, we cannot study any case. Making measurements of disease frequency. Relating cases to population and time at risk. So measuring disease frequency has several components. So these all components are covered in measuring disease frequency. Basic trade of the analytical epidemiology are three phenomena assessed in analytical epidemiology are host, agent, environment. So these three factors: host. Host means the person who is getting disease, who is getting signs, symptoms, and problems. Agent, what is the causative agent? And environment, which type of environment is facilitating for the proliferation and the growth of that particular organism. So agent, biological, microorganisms maybe, physical, temperature, radiation, trauma. Others also may be chemical, acids, alkalis, poisons, tobacco, and others may be environment, nutrient in diet, allergens, and others. These all may be agents. Maybe biological, maybe physical, maybe chemical, maybe environmental agent, which can cause disease in specific in population of that region in particular time. And physiological experience, psychological experience. Host factors, genetic endowment, immunological status of that person where this causative agent is growing, and genetic makeup of that individual where this causative agent is growing and causing appearing and causing sign and symptoms in that individual. Personal characteristic of that individual, personal behavior of that individual, definitive versus intermediate in vector-borne disease. So these are the features of that individual where agent cause disease. It is immunological state, it is genetic makeup, it is personal characteristics, personal behavior, and definitive versus intermediate in vector-borne disease. Environment, living conditions, housing, crowding, water supply, refuse, sewage, etc. Which type of environment supports that causative agent to grow over there? Living conditions. Which type of houses are the people who are living in which type of houses in that region? How much people are living in one house or in one room? What is the water supply status, that is good or not good? Refuse and sewage etc. What type of problems are there? So this thing plays an important role in dissemination and the propagation of the microbial agent, causative agents. Atmosphere and climate is what over there. Modes of communication phenomena in the environment that bring host and agent together, such as vector, vehicle, and reservoir. So this is the most important factor where causative agent transmits to the healthy individual. How it transmits from environment to that individual where it causes disease. So these are the main factors. These are the main factors which are studied in epidemiology, and we have seen over here that three type of factors are targeted in epidemiology. Number one, as we have seen over here, we have seen here person, place, and time. First, we have to look that in which type of people this disease is occurring, and in which place and in which time. So if a disease in a particular population, in particular place, in particular season is occurring, we will call it epidemic. And we will go to study this. First, we have to study the person, what type of unique characters that person have. Due to that, this cause is suffering in disease. In which place and in which time. So we have to conclude, or we have to see all these things. And in second pyramid, we are looking at basic trade of analytical epidemiology. In analytical, we are taking three factors. Number one, host in which disease is occurring, in which causative agent is affecting, is transmitting by any host from by anything through environment. It is entering into the host where environment is suitable, and the causative agent to propagate, proliferates, and release toxins and cause negative effects in human body. Which type of environment is supporting to that particular microorganism over there? What is temperature? What is humidity? What is uh, rainfall? And what is humidity, temperature, sunlight, rays, and agent? Which type of, either that is biological, chemical, physical, or psychological? Which type of conditions are affecting to them? So epidemiology is the study of a disease occurring in a particular environment for particular time in a particular race population. We must have to see the pattern of disease. We must have to see the pattern of disease, and we have to study all it is related components and factors. in a logical sequence that this disease is occurring in this population, in this region, in this season, and it is living for such time. And now we have to look that what is the causative agent, how it transmits, how it propagates, it affects which type of population, which gender, and at which time, and what are the environmental factors that can support it. So for this, we can conduct uh, this, observational studies, analytical studies, as well as classical studies uh, to see the behavior of that particular organism. Biochemical, physical, or other, which type of agents are there? And the host which is taking disease, which is taking effect from an effector, we have to check the status of that one. It is genetic endowment, it is immunological status, it is personal characteristics, personal behavior, and definitive versus intermediate in vector-borne disease. Environment, which type of environment is supporting to that person, which type of condition which are living, how many people are living, what is the condition of the water, what is condition of the sewage disposal. So many environmental factors are playing role, and they can be counted in epidemiological studies to make and fix the responsibility of and support of any environmental factor for the establishment of that particular disease. So thank you very much. Next class we will discuss more.